Journal still lives by the words, "So help me God." Varner says those words shouldn't be optional in the oath.
I think it's a major mistake that the military will no longer recognize that we do our duty, that we defend the Constitution of the United States because we have a belief in the Almighty.
It is 2,500 years later, and America has made the same mistake. We too have turned away from God. We too have driven him out of the government, and our collective hands are covered with blood. What we were warned never to do, we now have done.
We are seeing a new world order being built in the early 21st century.
5 years ago, I stated that Obama would take the country apart, piece by piece, that he would cause a civil war in this country.
What you call a battle flag is a result of black people suffering through slavery, through rapes and murders and robbing.
Which, for all the disagreements I had with Clinton, Carter, and Bush, there were always limits. There was that line you just didn't cross. We cross it seemingly every day,
every
right?
day.
Jim? Yes, it is, Mr. President.
Jim, I figured when I saw you that we were going to be hoping for some good news, and we did.
To have been able to, fight for my marriage and live up to my commitments to my husband. So I appreciate everything you've done for the LGBT community, and it's really an honor to have become part of that fight.
I don't care about your God. I don't care about your Bible. I don't care about your God. I'm homosexual. I'm going to live this way, and I'm fucking proud of it.
Which passages of Scripture should guide our public policy? Should we go with Leviticus, which suggests slavery is okay? Or we could go with Deuteronomy, which suggests stoning your child if he strays from the faith? Or should we just stick to the Sermon on the Mount, a passage that is so radical that it's doubtful that our own Defense Department would survive its application? Folks haven't been reading the Bible.
President Obama, the Lord wants you to repent. And the reason why I would say this to our president is because the president professes to be a Christian. If he had not professed to be a Christian, then you get what you get.
The incident where the mayor of the city of Chicago was asked in a press conference after a weekend of violence in Chicago, and he was asked by the reporters to give a reason why so much violence in the city of Chicago from his perspective as mayor. He threw up his hands and he uttered one word, and that one word was values.
How we stand before God as a nation, and those who are making the law, if they're going against God, then we should not stand for it no matter what.
If there was ever a time for the Christians of America to stiffen their spine and stand up and speak up, it's now. To see evil and not call it evil is evil.
Because we've lost sight of where we came from, we've lost sight of where we're going as a nation. As we speak, this country is adrift in rampant immorality, sexual confusion, lawlessness, increasing socialism, and racial strife. They replace the truth with a false history of our country and remove the only foundation for morality.
To repent. Do you hear what I'm saying? Amen. God is calling. Amen. For every sinner to repent in America. God is calling for every church man and every church leader to repent